Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the timer is out and we are about ready to go live with the second map here in the best of three to decide who's going to be, staying king or, I suppose, challenging them. iBUYPOWER lost the first map, but we do have at least one more to go. See if they can somehow knock Na'Vi out of this position. They've won the first 3 weeks against the likes of NIP, Titan, and a lot of other really good teams, but we'll see if it's going to be an American team to change the status quo. We'll see. You're at Room on Fire, and this is the Caseking of the Hill, cooled by Alpenföhn. A big thanks and a big welcome to all of you for tuning in, and a big thanks especially to the subscriber team that is ever expanding. Today, we're going to be giving away to the subscribers a Karambit knife, also a StatTrak AWP, an electric hive version of that one, and then also an AWP graphite that we just received as well from Impact, who is going to give that for a giveaway. So we have 3 items today we're going to be giving away, and we'll do it later on. We also have the headset that I'm wearing right here. In fact, I'll show it to you guys so you can see it. It's the BeatPhoenix Flow one, and Semler has one too. Actually, I need to put the camera on, otherwise it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, the headset right here, and also the CPU cooler from Alpenföhn, which is the Volcanico. Now let me see if I can pick it up here. So there we go, right here. Definitely also a very cool product, and a big thanks to Alpenföhn and BeatPhoenix for helping us out with that. And you can have a third chance of winning as well, which is at the Facebook link at the bottom of the page, where all you have to do to win that is go and like the Facebook page, and you'll be good to go. So definitely worth doing that. We're going to switch it over to the game, and Vendetta, I mean, on this map, what do you think? iBUYPOWER and Na'Vi, who's going to be able to take it?
I want to say iBUYPOWER because I think of Cache as an American map.
Me too, oddly.
I think it's because it got used in ESEA first. I guess I think that's why I'm sitting with that impression, but I also want to say Na'Vi because when Na'Vi gets to play with their actual 5, they can do some serious damage, as we saw versus NIP last week. They did pretty okay for themselves as long as Suze was allowed to stay on the server.
Yeah, and they were looking really good in the match on Dust 2 here. Maybe some shaky moments, and I mean, it was a close score in that sense. What was it, 16-13?
10.
16-10? Was it 10?
Yeah.
Oh, alright.
I think it was 16-10, but it felt a lot closer, and I think that's because there were, at the end there, which is basically 4-spy versus 4-spy, and they took rounds off each other every other round. But yeah, I think in the end, it was too little too late. It felt like Swag was the only guy who really put up any resistance at the very end there for iBUYPOWER. But hopefully they can bring it on Cache. I'm expecting big things.
I am too. I'd love to see a third map here. Don't want it to end all too soon. Obviously, Copenhagen Wolves went out earlier to iBUYPOWER. That was a 2-0 victory for the Americans. So they've done something today either way, and they will be guaranteed winning 250 euros. But if they win against Na'Vi here, then they're going to be winning 750 instead and become the kings for the future. Now, let's see. Semler, what do you think? iBUYPOWER and Na'Vi, who's your favorite team on this map? Do you have one? Are you here?
Excuse me, I'm here. But the recent times that we've seen Na'Vi play this map, or at least in recent memory, they've looked very solid on it. And I don't think they showed much weakness. So it seems like they've really put a lot of time into this map, and they're going to be a tough team to deal with on it. And there's a reason why, this is the map that they went to. So we shall see if iBUYPOWER are going to be able to shake things up here. I mean, Ven is right. It is kind of like one of those common maps that we see in the US scene, but Na'Vi are no slouches.
They are definitely not. I mean, I guess maybe not their absolute strongest map, but the way that they play and having Guardian on your team, and because you can actually use an AWP pretty effectively on this map, wouldn't be surprised if that's also going to be an issue. But I agree with Vendetta. This, to my mind, Cache, I also think of that as an American map, obviously made by an American, which is Volcano, who's, by the way, a terrific guy and also a very good map maker. And also someone who actually played, or sometimes still plays Counter-Strike at a competitive level, so he knows a lot about what's going on. But yeah, it's used in the ESEA Invite League. I think that was the first time that we saw it really a lot in the European scene as well. So I sort of associate it with American teams as well.
Yeah, so we kind of have to give the Americans an upper hand. I would assume that they had longer time to play this map than the Europeans. But that's just wild assumptions, I guess. But it feels like it makes sense
It does, doesn't it? Just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, so talking about cash, in case anyone doesn't know the map, we might as well do this. Actually, we're going to go live now. What I was going to say is that the mid control is very often an important factor, and if you lose mid control as a counter-terrorist, you open up additional avenues into both bomb sites. It's obviously straight into A, and there's also through the vent into checkered, and then into the B bomb site, and then also all the way down to what's known as the CT spawn area. You can go the back way around. So CTs want to, take mid control, and now Na'Vi, well, we'll have to see if they're even going to go for it. Some terrorist teams just decide it's not worth it and just fight for the bomb sites instead.
It's true. Well, we could see some early aggression out here, but Na'Vi are kind of playing to their style, their strengths, which is spread out across the map, take their time, and look for the picks. They just want to get the info on how iBUYPOWER have set up and then make a decision based off of that. So we'll see if they can figure something out here. Starks is already in a bit of a fight with the man holding in checkered, and that's Steel over on the B site. But there hasn't been anything big happen yet quite.
And what has me excited is the fact that Seized has picked up a smoke, and you can see him right now jumping up there. He's about to do something silly.
He's probably going to smoke off, and I'm guessing it's going to land right around actually where Dazed is standing. That wouldn't be surprised that's going to be a smoke to cut off all of that. So we'll see it's going to land right here. Dazed is like, uh-oh, that's not good. Now they need backup quick here. If they die in the back, that's horrible. They're going to try and force them out with a Molotov as well, but it is Skadoodle opens up now. Swag almost takes down 2 people, but not quite. And it should be easy pickings here for Dazed. Takes down another one. Skadoodle with a team kill. No time for that. Skadoodle has picked up 3, 4 if you're kinding a teammate. That... I'm going to call that an ace, although one of them was his teammates. That's a quad kill from Skadoodle, taking no damage. And what a round here from iBUYPOWER, cleaning up Na'Vi. Can we call it an ace if it includes a team kill?
I think we can say that's an ace.
Canadian ace.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, there we go.
Okay, Skadoodle. This is sick, this is sick. Well, Ben, we might be completely out here. I don't know. Na'Vi, or at least Skadoodle, his individual performance there was off the charts. Sick play from him. Na'Vi just never really seemed to be able to get onto that site, despite all the smokes, the mollies, everything they threw to clear up the defense. Skadoodle just rolls in and owns them. So that's not going to be the round there to inspire confidence in Na'Vi. That's actually going to rattle them a little bit, I think.
I mean, you have to consider the madman factor as well, right? That was a point in American politics, wasn't it? So maybe that's what Skadoodle's picking up on here. If he just shoots everyone on sight, everyone he comes close to, that has to be worrying for Na'Vi. It's hard, you can't really even deal with a guy who plays like that.
Oh man, that's really horrible. Shoot first, like God was sorting him out.
I think that was Nixon who introduced that idea. So maybe it's still a factor somehow. Third round is coming up here and Seized. What is he gonna buy? He's crashed? No, he's just waiting. He's going to go see set and armor. So early buy coming out here from Na'Vi. Do you like this, Van?
I'm okay with it because a lot of the iBUYPOWER members are rocking FAMASas, but this push from iBUYPOWER could get real scary for Na'Vi.
And it looks like Na'Vi are even setting up right now. They would be caught completely off guard. They've got the nades going in, and they aren't going to see this. If only iBUYPOWER decided to push out, they're just waiting right now for the man to walk in. Just go forward 3 steps. You'll see around the corner.
Yeah, bomb's actually all the way over by B, so not sure what's happening here.
Seized seems to know this. Seized seems to know that there's something waiting for him around this corner.
Oh, he's just running out with his knife.
So now the game is up. They definitely know. Skadoodle in the back of the A bomb site misses the first shot here. Zeus is waiting for someone to come back out of the doorway, but iBUYPOWER playing it really smartly right now, not really giving much away. Zeus is still going to pick up the kill, so in spite of the flash, it's not quite enough, and that's obviously a bit of an issue. Over at the B bomb site, it's going to have to be ACK standing tall. Edward picks up another kill, and that forces a rotation, but he spots the bomb. ACK, one more kill, and that just might be the round. There's only 25 seconds here, and he's going to be walking a little bit forward. Flashes out once, going to peek behind the flash, picks the 1 kill, and Steel is there. No, actually, he doesn't get the kill yet. ACK. And there's the grenade from Steel, so great teamwork coming out right here as Edward is alone. 1 more flash to follow. Edward on 14 HP should be going down any second.
He should have this in the bag, or rather iBUYPOWER have this in the bag. Edward, he has his life in the bag if he can make it around this corner in time to get into T-spawn, but he jumps and Steel spots him, and that should be it. Did he get him by as the time
He actually died before the time ran out.
Split second there. That was close.
Yeah. That was unfortunate for Na'Vi because it took such a long time for them to actually sell the fake. Actually, there wasn't any sort of rotation before Edward picked up the second entry frag for Na'Vi. that's when the rotation happened. But at the same time as that happened, they spotted out Guardian with the bomb towards B, and that just kind of messed up everything that Navi had planned.
Let's see, Swag at the back of the site here, and Dazed also looking towards the entrance to the A-bomb site. Looks like it's going to be pretty much a straight rush here, even with a Tech 9 being picked up on Seized, and they should cover some backup. Grenade is going to be absolutely beautiful. That was a quad grenade, basically almost killed 4 members, but left them on 10 HP, and the cleanup is right there. So a nice round from iBUYPOWER, and a quick 4 rounds in a row here with a decent amount of money.
You know what's worse is that if Dazed hadn't messed up his grenade and clipped the top of that container, that could have been just a double nade quad kill. I guess one nade did huge damage, and Dazed was going to go in, but he just barely clips it and sends it back on himself, in fact. So, a little bit unfortunate there. That could have been some real fireworks for us, but still, they get the job done, and iBUYPOWER now sitting on 5 rounds. But, Guardian's got an AWP. So, let's see. And Skadoodle beats him. Catches him, just taking a step. Too many.
That's great news. A grenade to follow as well, and they're going to go for one more down there. Zeus runs away, finally had enough of that. And iBUYPOWER have a really interesting mix right here of aggressive and passive play on the CT side. Just on the A-bomb side alone, they've been playing aggressively from 2 different angles, and then also passively inside the bomb site. Makes it really hard for Navi to know exactly what's going on. And right now we have a 4-on-3 situation. Seized very low on health. Swag is going to be running up here and doesn't get the kill quite.
No, still a 3-on-4, but Swag is on the site, and they've got 3 guys rotated over to this A side, essentially. Zeus is going to manage to use Guardian's AWP and pick off Skadoodle, which is a great kill, brings it back to a 3-on-3, but there's still AZK alive in CT spawn. With 45 left on this clock, I mean, Navi still have the option to pull off if they want to, but it seems like they're going to commit to this A site.
Which is not a good idea. Swag in the corner. The bomb is dropped here, and it's a 2-on-3. Seized and Zeus are very low on health at the moment, and Swag, well... Swag and AZK just both waiting patiently. They know Navi have to come for them, so this is definitely the right move. Just let them walk into the crossfire that's already set up. Steel's come up as well. He's going to be jumping up, spots one person. Seized is going to go down to Steel, and Zeus will fall to AZK. So that's a team ace from iBUYPOWER. Every single member of the North American team picking up 1 kill each. And now look at the money, Vendetta. 12,000 starting off on AZK and Steel both.
Yeah, AZK, no, Steel, I mean, hasn't died yet. So, it's never a bad way to start off the game. I don't think it's, you know, lights out for Navi yet, but they definitely need to get something going. I think they more or less need at least 5 rounds on the board on the T side going into the second half to really have any room to work with. And the way iBUYPOWER are playing right now on their CT side, it's looking really scary for Navi.
Oh, yes. Starix, I'm not sure if he was caught falling asleep a little bit then, because he wasn't actually waiting for that push, which is a really good idea. I mean, Navi obviously understand how to play this map, because if you're leaving someone over at the B to make sure you don't get flanked, that's a really good idea, but it just wasn't enough. Now in the middle, Daze does get picked off. Finally, a return kill comes in from Navi, and it's 5-0, so... This is a CT-sided map, but I'd say it's a very even map in that sense. I think an 8-7 scoreline can pretty much work for both teams. 9-7, 9-6-2 if you're on the terror side. You can get 6 rounds and still be alright, but you need at least 6, I would say.
I think actually, for a lot of teams, this is up to how you play it map. It's not like a nuke, for instance. So you could potentially be amazing on the T side and get 10 rounds, and you could be amazing at the CT side and get 12 rounds, like that type of thing, which is not applicable on a map like Nuke.
Steel's gonna flash himself in. Really good flashbang, but he can't pick up the kill. And a really great flank around from Navi. Really beautiful play this round. Just walking up the middle. Bit of a risk taken maybe, but it pays off absolutely in spades now. As it is a 2-on-3, and iBUYPOWER thinking about retaking it. They have the money to throw away here, but I'm wondering if they really want to do it, because this bomb site's not that easy retaking. Edward up here has been spotted by Swag. He's gonna go down as well. And Swag, 19 HP, 1-on-2, is gonna be dropped as well. Slides down the ramp, and that'll be the end of it. 5-1. So a bit of a gap in the defense that round from iBUYPOWER, which they haven't had yet in the middle area right here.
Yeah, it was actually quite weird to see that they found the hole in the defense is right there as well, because that's normally a heavily contested area. I guess them getting the pick off in mid kind of set everything off, but I'm surprised iBUYPOWER didn't have any sort of a rotation so they could actually keep an eye on what was going on in mid after that. And seeing how they lost the round, not too surprised if they're actually going to do something about that later on.
Yeah, but now Na'Vi actually looking to speed up behind that kill on Steel, who had an auto sniper and got taken down by Guardian. Ace is right on the edge of the smoke. This is an absolutely cool position. He's going to be able to do a lot here, but no! Guardian steals the kill! That looked like that was so good, and now ACK is going to be alone, and Edward will shut him down. The rest, they have to run away at this point. What an absolute steal from Na'Vi, and maybe especially Guardian. I was sure Dazed was going to be able to pick up at least 2 or 3 kills there.
The issue there is that Guardian, I was watching from Guardian's position, and he just barely saw the boot from Dazed. Dazed's boot sticked out from the bottom of the smoke on that railing. And that's all Guardian needed. He instantly adjusted his aim and just took the shot. So, Dazed, maybe a little bit of a stroke of genius there, but Guardian was just quicker to act this time around. Oh, Skadoodle's still going to get a parting shot on Starix, but they've kind of holed up in CT spawn here, iBUYPOWER. It is actually really important that they hold on to these guns. This is the thing. They actually really have to keep both of these guns alive, because their money isn't going to be too good going into this next half, and they need to manage to save some of it. But Swag is going to get caught. Skadoodle is now the last man alive here, and Skadoodle needs to hang in here, and he's going to make it, just barely. All 3 members from Na'Vi rotating in, and they just barely run out of time to get the job done.
Interesting. So now I think we're approaching the must-win round from iBUYPOWER. They won 5 in a row. They need to readjust and make sure Guardian or Na'Vi do not get any chance. Well, I say Guardian because he's been playing pretty well so far, but Guardian and the rest of the squad here, they need to be shut down if iBUYPOWER want to remain in the lead here.
This is the big round of the first half here, right here, to set up the tempo going forward throughout the rest of it, because iBUYPOWER, if they lose this round, their money is going to be shattered for quite some time. AZK holding an angle, though, manages to turn it only into a 1v1, takes out C's, but then gets caught by Starix, and now we're into a 4-on-4. The bomb has made its way onto the site, and Na'Vi, they're holding solid. Great headshot there from Edward.
Zeus does go down. Steel all the time hiding in that checkered room. So very nice job from him. Now they're spamming through. Got to be careful they don't actually team fire on him here. That would not be a good idea. Guardian going to walk right into Steel. Misses the shot. Skadoodle. Really quick flick here. And he can defuse the bomb if they just keep him out. And he has the kit as well. They're going to have to go for it. Edward charging up. No scoping. And Skadoodle is dead. And Swag now in a one-on-one. He turns around. And Edward will get the quad kill. Auto sniper in hand.
Style points for Edward.
I love the fact that he continues to no-scope for no good reason. Like, after he takes out Swag, defusing, he just continues with the no-scope. What a madman.
That was insult to injury right there. Edward's like, I don't need a scope, man. It's all good. I can see it just the same.
He's one of those guys who's used a marker and just, like, they're drawn on across in the middle of a screen.
Oh, yeah. I did that once in Team Fortress with the Scout. Oh, not with the Scout, with the Sniper, because you could basically body shot people. No, that's a long time ago.
You can, yeah,
you could if you charged up your shot long enough. One shot.
But you could just,
and then you had to be really clever about where you your red dot, right?
Yeah, you could just no scope all day. All right, well, we'll see. Now it's back to Eco for iBUYPOWER, and they have bought C-Set 75s and stacked them in the A-bomb side. But that round was obviously, I think, a bit of a steal from Edward. Steel should be able to get a kill here. Going for the knife, and he's going to get it. Picks up the AK, and now Edward charges in, and if Steel could have get that kill as well, that would have been truly beautiful. But the knife is still a knife.
I actually think he got as much as possible out of that situation, because he would have gotten killed pretty much instantly anyway. So he picked up $1,500, and he made Starix stay, which has already been kind of awful at this point. Even worse.
Yeah, 119 is not fun times.
Yeah.
But now, all of a sudden, iBUYPOWER, they managed to pick up a gun and save it. AZK is hoofing it with that AK, getting up into Squeak Door. And at this point, iBUYPOWER, it seems like they're just kind of interested in getting exit frags on the remaining members of Na'Vi. All 3 of them are kind of moving about, but they've split up as well. Zeus is going to walk in solo. He is going to catch Skadoodle, though, and that seemed like a bit of a risky position there.
Daze does pick up that kill, and now Guardian has to charge up here, and he is going to survive the bomb blast as well, so the AWP is still alive. Pretty good eco round coming out from iBUYPOWER, leaves it at a 5-4 scoreline, and they save the AK so they can actually buy up again here, even with an AWP. This is kind of, I mean, this is a pretty even game right now, but again, iBUYPOWER, they really need to win this map, so they can't let Na'Vi get too many rounds on the board here.
Yeah, and the game has started quite similar to how we saw Dust evolve, really. iBUYPOWER winning the pistol round, getting off to a really good start, and then Na'Vi slowly but certainly working their way back, and we're seeing 4 rounds in a row from Na'Vi at this point.
They've stacked up heavily in the B-bomb site this time for iBUYPOWER. Really good adjustment, because Na'Vi just keep going for the B-bomb site, and until they get actually stopped, I see no reason why they wouldn't just keep this up. Zeus shooting at the feet of Steel almost takes him down, and it's going to force a smoke to come up here. Still 2 more people waiting in ACK and Skadoodle.
Yeah, I do like the stack here from iBUYPOWER, though. I mean, it is a bit like Gamble Gaming, but still, this is a great situation for them if Na'Vi decide to go for this B site.
Oh, wait. Steel is going to be boosted up. He actually
Really?
spots a couple of people. That's a great boost, but it does nothing. They can't hit the headshot, and now they're all trapped in a horrible position here. This is not good for iBUYPOWER. ACK trying to save them, picks up the one, and Skadoodle with another one, and they keep coming in here. Dazed is coming hot in, but Skadoodle is really the guy saving them at the moment. Guardian wants to take a peek against him, but all they have to do is wait right now. It's a 4-on-2, and iBUYPOWER could have ended this round much, much worse.
Could have completely fallen apart. They're not out of the woods yet, though, but Steel will find Guardian, and now it is going to be Skadoodle to pick up the final frag. 3 for him that round, just holding with that AWP. That's the first time we've seen that boost.
I have actually seen that. I've seen that boost
before.
Yes, but that's a very long time ago, and that is when I started out casting Counter-Strike, and actually that's why I think of this as an American map, is when teams like Dynamic and United 5 and stuff like were still around. And I remember seeing some of the American teams do this a very long time ago. We're talking, I think, more than a year ago at this point, so it has been a long time, but it's very cool to see that being picked up again.
That was very cool. Yeah, it's a shame that Steel couldn't actually pick up anything with it, but still, just, you know, points for trying and creativity.
Yeah, very nicely done.
But, you know, they get the point that matters, and that's the round. And they actually saved themselves from basically a horrible spin that would have just ended up with Na'Vi in the lead, pretty much. Because had they lost that round, iBUYPOWER, they would have been ecoing, and Na'Vi could have very easily taken 6 rounds. So this is a bit of a breath here for iBUYPOWER, where they're able to recover a little bit of their composure. It's not over yet. We're in the 11th round, but Na'Vi still have opportunity to do some damage.
They do, and they probably need to as well. I mean, the American team right now, they have some money. They could even lose a round and still buy, so that's pretty good news. Whereas Na'Vi really don't have any money at all. Losing this round would be an instant eco for Na'Vi, and that's not so good for them.
And once again, it seems like it's going to be the B play here for Na'Vi. They've got 2 guys holding solid on the B site, iBUYPOWER, but the smokes have gone down, and now Zeus taking point with the rifle. Finds the first man. That's Steel crouching behind the ledge there, and they should be Na'Vi's round here. They should be able to close on the remaining member. AZK gets caught on B site, and now it's the man Skadoodle in CT spawn, and Zeus catches him through the smoke.
So what's really happening with the defense here, Vendetta, from iBUYPOWER? Because obviously something is not working out. The way they're holding is just not really playing out for them.
Well, I think they're playing it surprisingly passive on the B-bomb side. From watching European teams, I'm much more used to seeing an more aggressive stance towards that B-bomb site, because when you allow a team like Na'Vi to get so close and personal, I guess, with the B-bomb site, they're just freely allowed to throw down every nade they want, every smoke, every flash they could potentially want, and that makes your take on the bomb site so much easier. And when they only have 2 players there, then obviously 5 Na'Vi members with perfect smoke setups and whatnot, they're going to have a field day taking over that bomb site. So I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen something like Skadoodle picking up an op and basically just holding off B alone. Because he's that good with an op, so why not try to do that? And actually, we might see it now.
That'd be really good news. I mean, you're right. They were playing a lot more aggressively earlier on in this game, iBUYPOWER, over at the A-bomb site too, trying to get some information and trying to see if they can catch some Na'Vi members off guard. And they've sort of, you know, diverted from that. Now, in turn, they've actually given up a lot of mid-control here. ACK is going to be walking in. He's going to get smoked off. Looks like it's going to be a bit of a push up the middle this time. Steel is going to pick up a kill, but actually the bomb is dropped all the way back. So right now, Na'Vi are just... They're waiting, I think, for iBUYPOWER to peek them, and when they do and get a kill, then they're going to do something else.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time, though, seeing where... I guess Suze is the guy who has to open things up for Na'Vi at this point, because there's no way Suze can actually do anything from his position, or he shouldn't be able to do anything from that door position.
No, grenade is going to rain in. Not really do much here.
No, especially since defense has been cleared up on short, so this is going to be seized, actually, going in and managing to pick up 1. That forces the rotation, and Edward can take advantage of it. Edward, through the connector, manages to pick up 2 big kills, and just like that, we're into a 1v2. Steel, however...
He's going to find the bomb.
It's like Christmas. He just stumbled across a present they got left in the road. Steel He's going to get another one. And this is now a 1v1. Steel could very well end this.
Yeah, he makes noise. Zeus knows exactly where he is, and I guess he realizes as well. The call has been made. 20 seconds here, and Zeus picks up the bomb and runs with it. Steel's already heard this, and he should be able to run to the bomb site. Has a Molotov, which right now could be absolutely huge. Zeus going to go straight for the plan. He kind of has to, and Steel going to try and bank that Molotov in and force Zeus out. Is it going to work? It lands on the wrong side, unfortunately. So Zeus, he's burning alive. He's walking out, and Steel picks it up. What?
I don't know.
That was your Zeus Dust 2 moment all over again, Anders.
I fear that it was. I have no idea why he did that. I think that Molotov was supposed to land on the other side of him.
Yeah, absolutely, because that's kind of where you get the most leeway if you're Zeus. You get pretty good cover from pretty much any spot that Steel could come from. And you also have a pretty good angle for yourself. So I have no idea what Zeus actually wanted to do with crossing over, running through fire. That doesn't make any sense at all.
A little bit worrying, I feel. Skadoodle with a pretty cool boost up here. You can jump over yourself if you're good enough at it. So Skadoodle's waiting right here. Going to be able to catch anyone jumping over. But right now, nobody's being boosted over. And actually, Swag's position in this A-bomb site is maybe a bit of an issue. He spotted Guardian and is going to fall back immediately. And Guardian has an AWP and will get the opening on Swag. So now the A-bomb site is very, very weak.
It's just going to be down to the solo man, but at least the smoke is still there. So Na'Vi haven't really sped up behind this. Sees cracks open the door to take a peek. And he's actually going to be getting the opportunity to put a frag out, but he just doesn't manage to pull it off.
Well, Edward is going to be walking up. Skadoodle has to look up there. He does spot Edward. Will take him down. Jumps down. That's a quick double. And Skadoodle will absolutely make that work. That one position just paid itself off. That was absolutely brilliant. Now it's a 4-on-3 here. Zeus walking into the middle. Skadoodle won't get the triple kill, but it's still a 3-on-3. And time is running out for Na'Vi.
Yeah, 30 seconds. They actually have to send a man back to pick up that bomb right now, and that's going to leave Zeus exposed on short. He gets caught by the man holding on upper, and this is now going to fall apart here for Na'Vi. 25 seconds left. This leaves them so little time to act, and Steel is still waiting on that B site, but it will be an A site play after all. Guardian now has the bomb and peeks out from the door. He gets caught, but 10 seconds left now.
Yeah, they don't have to challenge him. ACK should not take this fight. Just wait for him to put the bomb down. It's Guardian you're dealing with. You don't want to take this kind of risk now. The bomb is being planted. Guardian stops it for a second. We will be going down. So ACK picks up the triple and manages to win the round. A little bit worried that he tried to take that fight, but it works out all right. 8-5 here is what we're looking at. And Na'Vi really don't have the money. This could turn into a pretty good half for iBUYPOWER.
Yeah, and I'm surprised actually that Na'Vi didn't opt to go for that A-bomb site as soon as they got the entry flag, because I think barring one round, iBUYPOWER have been more heavily focused towards that B-bomb site, and they've been pretty much playing with 1 or 2 players towards A for the entire game. So for Na'Vi not to have realized that by now, having ran into quite the defense towards mid and B at several stages of the game, I would have assumed that they would have gone for it as soon as Guardian picked up Swag.
Yeah, that seemed like a big opening, doesn't it? But then, you know, Na'Vi, maybe something we haven't been highlighting too much, but they're an incredibly slow team on the terrorist side, so maybe that's just what came into play there. Dazed almost fumbling a second grenade there and would have probably got him killed if he had, but managed to get the rifle out just in time, and Guardian now in the middle, going to pick off one and then drops down here, so a 1-on-5, but I'm glad that Dazed falls back after that.
It's not going to be likely here. Steel will find him in the end. And that is now going to put us in a 9-6 potential situation here for Na'Vi. 15th round going into it, and Na'Vi, after that eco, are going to have plenty of money to buy up. No AWP for Guardian, though, so we have no sniper-on-sniper duel, whereas Skadoodle does have the op. So iBUYPOWER, they just have to hold out one more round here. 10-5 scoreline is actually pretty good either way. That's that leaves this up to pretty much up to any team going into the second half. Daze, though, really has had no luck with nades today. He just dropped 40 HP off of Skadoodle.
Oh, Skadoodle missing that shot. That's really, really unfortunate. And now Edward goes to town in the middle. Headshot on Skadoodle and on Dazed, and that will pretty much weaken the whole map. Now Swag holding alone, and I actually kind of wish they would just make a rotation and be all 3 in the same bomb site. I know that's a big risk, but it might actually pay off here. ACK going to make it 1 kill. Edward goes down. The silencer working out. He peeks again, and Guardian will drop him now, pushing into Check it again. Steel hiding here, and Swag has already shown up, so great move.
Yeah, and Steel, I mean, just buying as much time as he can with nades, and he's going to manage to pick up one frag, takes out Starks, turns this into a 2-on-2, but he has yet to see anybody else come onto this bomb site. Now the smoke kind of working against him, but look at what Na'Vi are doing. They're trying to get cheeky here. They're trying to rotate off of this site and put the bomb through mid, and Swag is just a step behind here at mid.
Swag knows, but Seized heard him running in turn, so the mind games are absolutely real right now. They're going to try and see if they can come back into it right now. Guardian holding, waiting for Steel to push up, and Seized is going to come in from an angle that I don't think Steel is going to anticipate. I think this could be the game-winning move, or the round-winning move.
Steel's never going to have any idea. Like, this is huge. Steel just happens to get into the spot, and he's actually looking towards upper. He's considering, but he will find the kill on Guardian, and now Command drops out, Seized, but Steel played that defense perfectly.
Bit of a clap here on mine, maybe almost a Hiko golf clap there, but that was very, very nicely done from Steel. I mean, what do you think, Ven? It looked to me like he should have been dead there.
Yeah, I actually think that's Guardian's fault from Navi's perspective. He should have been more patient with actually pushing up towards the site, because Seized had spotted out Steel at that point. And Guardian went in on Steel, where Seized was still in a position where he couldn't really trade with him, and that's kind of what we saw the result of. Really well positioned by Steel, but still, I think that was a mistake on Navi's part.
It's definitely seemed like it, but it works out in favor of iBUYPOWER. If you're just joining us, then welcome to Room on Fire. This is the Caseking of the Hill, cooled by Alpenföhn. The 4th week in a row, Na'Vi defending their title. They've won 3 consecutive weeks and are looking to make it a 4th one. iBUYPOWER boot camping in London right now, looking to see if they can take the title away, or at least just win this map and put us onto a 3rd one. In the middle, Dazed will open up the bidding by taking down Seized, and that's a pretty solid start.
It's looking good. Steel manages to lend a hand and pick off Zeus from short. So now, iBUYPOWER, they've got a 2-man lead, and they're going to be able to take this bomb wherever they please. Dazed finds yet another kill, takes out Guardian at the mid connector, and Swag finds Edward. Na'Vi, they're going in one at a time, and that's exactly what iBUYPOWER want. There is no doubt now that iBUYPOWER are going to pick up this pistol.
Yep.
Have Na'Vi won a pistol so far?
Well, not on this map, but did they on Dust?
I don't think they won one on Dust 2 either. I think they got pretty run over on Dust 2 in both pistols. I know they lost the T pistol because that's what caught us off guard with the instant B push.
Yeah, that's right. But with the second half, if they lost it, I don't think they lost the second half on Dust 2, did they?
I really cannot remember, but either way, they haven't had much luck with it.
Yeah, and iBUYPOWER have been really dominant in the pistol rounds at the very least. Yeah. Dazed has been coming up with huge frags in, I think, every pistol so far.
11-5 is a very fine start now. iBUYPOWER needs to do something that they've had a little bit of trouble in the past, which is hold on to these anti-eco rounds. Don't, throw them away. You can't shoot through that box, unfortunately, Steel. With an AWP, you can do some damage. Dazed will open up onto Guardian, and we'll see if the North Americans here can make it work. Again, a big shout out to everyone who's just joining us. Remember to follow and subscribe to the channel. We do appreciate that. And now look at Na'Vi. Aggressive push into the middle. Are going to pick up Dazed, and they need to retreat to that A bomb site and see if they can make it work. They cannot give up this round, iBUYPOWER. That's very important right now.
No, they're playing it very patiently, and once again, Swag is over at the squeaky door, which is pretty much his favorite position on this map. So we get to see exactly what he's capable of here. Looking for the peaks, and now they're all going to go as a unit, and this is what you got to like here from iBUYPOWER. But there's 3 members here for Na'Vi. Make that 2, make that 1, make that none. Nobody is left. Na'Vi get overrun completely.
Yeah, just send in Swag and get the job done. I think that's a solid plan coming out here. Though Swag is actually not doing too well on this map right now. But you're right, though, Semler, and that's actually a really important point. Swag is an absolute champion at playing this door position, and he does it actually better than anyone I've ever seen. So we'll have to see if we can catch a glimpse on that here. That's a good point.
It bothers me because I can't remember the team that they were playing against, but that one time that Swag, where he would kill everybody who came close to that door on short, and it basically forced them to play an op and just camp that position to deal with him. Like, that's how dominant he was from that squeak door position. So, Swag, we'll see if he can really be a nightmare here for Na'Vi.
Yeah. Dazed catches a glimpse of Zeus and will take him down, and it's going to be Guardian and Starix left alive here. Obviously an eco round from the CIS team, so not really a big deal coming into it, but still pretty good job, all things considering, not losing any rifles, making it 13-5. Vendetta, the forecast here for a comeback on Na'Vi's side, what are you saying? Is it looking cloudy, or can they do this?
It's cloudy with potential parts of sun, I guess.
Could be a little bit in there.
Yeah, I don't think Navi are out of it just yet. I don't want to count Navi out until they're out of it, to put it that bluntly. But yeah, because they are a renowned CT team. So if they get the ball rolling, if they can win this spy round, pick up a couple of rounds in a row, force iBUYPOWER on the eco, then all of a sudden we're talking 9 rounds for Navi, and they're getting into the drift of things.
Yeah, we'll have to see. They do push pretty aggressively and actually manage to take down Swag, which is obviously a great kill. Seized very nearly falls in that A-bomb site, which would have been a nice return from iBUYPOWER. Now they're pushing up the middle, and that should be a kill. There it is. Steel will take it down. Now, Guardian is here, and also by the forklift, it's going to be Edward playing that position. So we'll have to see if he does, in fact, forklift.
That is, wow. Okay, Edward and Starks, each picking up 2 very quick frags there. So for a second there, it looked completely different, the situation, but they're going to actually walk by each other. And Skadoodle is going to manage to make his way onto that site with AZK, although AZK wasn't around for long. Skadoodle just looking to get the plant now, 1v4. And Navi, they're actually going to give it to him.
Well, if he ever takes it, right now he's waiting for them to come and push him. With 25 seconds, he's going to walk out and Guardian will take him down. So I think maybe Skadoodle mind gaming himself a little bit. They can still buy, but having a bomb plant can always be a little bit helpful. You know, just the $800 bonus like that. So that's a bit weird. They ran past each other in the smoke by that. That was weird.
Yeah, a lot of flashes and smokes going out right there. So Edward and AZK just casually passing each other. It seems like Edward wanted revenge, though. A couple of seconds later. But yeah, this is the round that Navi needed, definitely. Now they just need to keep it going. It's really that simple from this point on. They need to get consecutive rounds, rather, preferably not lose a round until you're back at double digits if you're Navi.
That's a very, very smooth kill coming in from Seuss, just clipping Steel, connecting with that shot over by the playground. So definitely very, very well done. Edward could have maybe taken a little bit more damage there, but he's down to 54, as is Swag, and Dazed is making his way in the middle, which shouldn't catch Guardian off guard here, but I guess at this range, if you miss your shot, which Guardian will not, but if he had, that could have been a kill on him in return.
Absolutely, that could have been a real problem. I do like that 2 members are here for iBUYPOWER, though, in case Navi decided to go ahead and push again and see if they could catch Swag. iBUYPOWER 1 step ahead of them, 2 guys there, ready to push through, and they're only making it look like there's one of them. The Guardian has got the shot. He's going to find Skadoodle first, and he sees Swag go through the door as well, so he should know there's another guy in there. And there you go, overrun. Swag tries to make a play for the site, but it just doesn't happen for him. And Navi are just looking very solid on their CT side here, not leaving many opportunities for iBUYPOWER to make plays.
They're really not. Only a 6-round difference right here, as iBUYPOWER will not choose to force it up, which I think is a good idea. The people who could bought some armor, and they have grenades, which means they can maybe try for a bomb plant in this round. But overall, I think it's a solid idea for them to try and just save it up here.
Do they decide to go for the play through or not? I mean, they can just be patient and wait for the smoke to clear up. Seize is about to have a money nade, though. Or not. Okay. I thought that was going to go right on Dazed.
Yeah, it looked like it should have been, but it just isn't. Now they're charging in here. Flashes and everything else. Edward waiting. He can't see a thing, though, and if they're quick about it, they might take him down. Seized has fallen. Edward with the pistol out. He's being surrounded. Looking really great, but the bomb is dropped out in the middle of nowhere, so they can't even pick it up and put it down. And that is a big misplay from iBUYPOWER. That should have been their one moment to really get a grip of this round. Guardian going to pick up the 1 kill here. Misses the next shot, but Dazed has almost no chance of doing this. He can't pick up the bomb any longer, and he's going to go down. Guardian with the triple kill. So Vendetta, I mean, up until that point, he looked so good, but that bomb being dropped was not exactly ideal.
Yeah, Guardian coming in with the last-ditch saving tackle right there for Navi, because iBUYPOWER got surprisingly easy onto that A-bomb site. They were flocking around with 5 members on the bomb site without having died. And they picked up both Edward and Seize there. So yeah, I think it's just came down to Guardian getting that pretty sick flick shot onto AZK with the bomb carrier.
Dazed walking up here, takes down Suze, makes it look easy. Edward falls next. Dazed, he's part of the cleanup crew right here, just taking down Navi members left and right, and that forces Guardian to move, which leaves Starix alone, and he does survive for a bit, but they're coming for the vents. He's going to pick up 1-1. Guardian in the middle. You must be joking. Navi They just are not going to give up on the CT side. Skadoodle now jumping close here, and Starix finally falls. But there's still an auto sniper bomb seized, and Guardian is still holding strong. A lot of time for iBUYPOWER, but Semler, I mean, this 2-on-2 is looking frightening for iBUYPOWER.
It's looking really difficult, you're right. I mean, double-scoped weapons here. They're closing in. Seized is going up through vents. He's going to get into checkered in a moment here. Could actually peek out and maybe spot one of the members from iBUYPOWER, as Swag is just waiting. And Swag saw the shoes there.
Yeah, they should have seen his feet as well.
Oh, that was awkward.
They have the grenades. They can zone him up. Guardian going to get the 1 kill, and the grenade will pop. Skadoodle now waiting. Guardian charging through. He misses the shot. This is point-blank range, and Guardian goes for the pistol. He goes down. Skadoodle will pick up the triple kill and save iBUYPOWER. And Skadoodle, I mean, he's been a hero, I think, throughout both these maps, but that 1-on-1, that was a must-win round. 14-8. And Na'Vi, well, they're going to force it up. If they lose this round, they probably lose this map.
I think that should have been Na'Vi's round. I'm not really sure what. I think it was Zeus who was alone on B. Or was it Starix? One of the
Starix was holding checkered.
Yeah. How did he not hear Skadoodle jumping at him? Because I thought the first flash he threw, that was perfectly fine. But the fact that he pulled up another smoke to smoke it off, that, yeah.
Okay.
That was cool.
Yeah, Skadoodle boosted up on the truck all the way back in T-spawn. You can actually get up here and takes down Guardian, so... That, yeah, you're right. That was brilliant.
That was brilliant, but that was really just cool, Anders. I think there's a difference between brilliance and badassery, and what we saw right there was actually just really cool.
Well, I'll double down on that one.
We're seeing everything right now in this game. This is really nice to see. iBUYPOWER just blowing out all the stops. This is not looking too hot here, however, on the A side for them.
Starix very nearly a double here, and Zeus is coming in to help out from behind. Zeus will pick up the kill. Now it's a 2-on-2 again, and around that, iBUYPOWER should be winning, but Na'Vi, again, they're proving very resilient as Steel comes up from behind. It's going to be Zeus in a 1-on-2 here. 30 seconds left, and they're going to try and see if they can somehow flash him out. Zeus picks up one more, makes it a double. Skadoodle going to charge through. Very nearly gets the kill, but not quite. 25 seconds left. And Zeus and Skadoodle are in a bit of a tight battle here as Skadoodle's got him trapped in a corner. He can go for the kill. 20 seconds. Skadoodle does it again. The double. And iBUYPOWER win yet another round. And it's 15-8. No money left here for Na'Vi. And this should be map point. Or it is map point, but it should be the map as well for Na'Vi.
For iBUYPOWER, yeah.
Oh yeah, for iBUYPOWER, you're right. I get too excited. I can't believe that these rounds are so close, because it looks like iBUYPOWER start off with getting all the great kills, and then they almost throw it away again.
Yeah, it's definitely been that way, and I keep sitting with this feeling at the end of the rounds that Na'Vi should have closed it out.
Yeah.
Each and every time, weirdly enough, even though iBUYPOWER get off to great starts, and this time around, Zeus makes Na'Vi come off on the right foot for once.
But then the return from Skadoodle. It seems like whenever iBUYPOWER make a mess of themselves, it's up to Skadoodle to be the cleanup crew. Just, you know, make sure everything is in order.
I'm just glad that he's up to the task. He looks downright frightening with that AWP right now. Over the past few days, his op work has been something that's just really awe-inspiring, scary. Seized. Oh, he tried to be greedy. Seized. That was a shame.
He wanted just a little bit more. One more player in there, and that gets him killed. ACK pushes up through the smoke, and a quick double kill. And this is going to be the map. Starix in a 1-on-3. The bomb is going to go down as well, and he does not have a kit. Grenade will finish it. 16-8. iBUYPOWER take us to a third map, which is going to be Inferno. So there it is, guys. What a crazy game that was.
Really back and forth. Kind of similar to this, too, I want to say. It felt like both teams had a lot of opportunities to actually pick up quite a few rounds from each other. And this time around, it was iBUYPOWER coming out ahead, just like Na'Vi did on Dust 2.
Pretty much. That's the way it seems.
So what a game, guys. That means we are going to be going to a bit of a commercial break, so don't go far. It's just going to be about 5 minutes again. Remember, we do have a bunch of giveaways after the show, so you want to stick around after it's all done. But yeah, for now, just get something to drink or whatever you want, and Inferno is coming up, and that's going to be a lot of fun. Quick snack or whatever you like, and we'll be good to go here.